Arndt Middle School. It was actually a really cool place. I got all of my volunteer hours there, except for like 5, I think. But all of my other volunteer hours I was there. I was able to, because my junior year, I had morning availability on certain days, and I was able to go there and be there for several hours sometimes. And during our spring break here at Challenger, other schools don't have that, so I actually spent all of our days on spring break at Arndt as a full day, and that it really adds up. And it's just like going to school again, and it's not really that hard. A lot of my time was spent being a teacher's assistant. I was lucky enough to be a teacher's assistant in the same team that my mother taught in. She is currently a teacher at Arndt, and at the time, she was a dual teacher, meaning she taught social studies and language arts. And that was really cool. Being a teacher's assistant to my own mother, it was actually very fun. But that's not to say that I didn't get to volunteer for the other teachers. I got to walk around and help the math teacher and the science teacher. Science was across the hall. Math was connected to my mother's room. And it was really fun. I got to help some students in the morning. They have a study hall type thing, just like us. It's not exactly study hall, and it only lasts like 35 minutes, I think. It's kind of split between homeroom and that. But it was really cool because the math teacher actually called me over to help students with their math homework that they couldn't really do. And it was really fun. We actually got a little circle going, and I walked them through some simple middle school math, and it was very fun. I also got to do some really cool experiments in the science class, and that was also really fun. We did some experiments with photosynthesis, and we also worked on disease transmission and sickness, and that was really cool. It was some really thought-provoking stuff to sit there and listen to what these middle schoolers had to say. They were very, very interesting, to say the least. It was not a bed of roses. Obviously, it was a middle school. It got loud sometimes. I needed to take an ibuprofen a couple times. But really, largely, it was a good experience. I was able to help a lot of students, keep them on track, keep them focused, and I really did enjoy it, and I would continue to do it if I could. I don't think that I would see a future in teaching for myself, but being able to be there and experience what it would be like, going through the teacher's lounge and checking in the mornings with the teachers and walking through the office, being there in their study period and their lesson planning. It was very interesting to see what goes on behind the scenes of your average middle school. It was very cool, and I did enjoy it. My mother, obviously, I got to spend a lot of time in her class, and we really worked a lot with basic language arts and fundamental language, and it was very fun. When I got there, it was around halfway through the second semester, and they were really gearing down for the EOG, and so they were doing a lot of review, a lot of release tests, and helping them walk through the questions, helping them, trying to provoke more thought into them without giving them the answer. It was very fun, and I would definitely do it again if I could. So I would definitely recommend it too. It was a great place.